If you want to learn how to make some fantastic videos yourself and support the Final Render YouTube channel, the best way to do so is by purchasing one of the Final Render's learning video courses. There is a 50% coupon link for each course in the description. It is the best way to support Final Render, so grab your copy of the guides right now. How's it going, guys? It's the Final Render here, and welcome back to Dark Souls. It's been a while since I've done a Dark Souls video. I know I wanted to kind of do some more videos which had a bit more production value, so I busted out some of the Fallout 4 videos again. But now I feel like playing some good old Dark Souls for you guys. Okay, so we're actually very near the end of the game. I know I've said that a lot, but in this video, it is time to take on the DLCs of the game, because we've done all the main bosses except for the final boss in the main game. But now it is time to go ahead and take on the final bosses in the DLC before taking on the actual final boss, of course. Okay, there's two DLCs. We are first going to be doing the one called the Painted World of Ariamis? Artemis? I think that's what it's called anyway. To tell you the truth, I didn't even know what the DLCs are called because I got the PC version and that actually had all the DLC bundled with it anyway. So, that is of course the Prepare to Die edition. Right. Just kind of wandering around right now while I'm talking to you guys, but I'll actually start focusing now. Okay, so in order to access the first DLC, we need to go ahead and get some key items. What we need to do is go back to the tutorial level. I know, we've got to go back to the tutorial level of the game. Some of you guys may not even realise you can do it unless someone drops some frames for you. Unless someone actually told you that, of course, you can do this. But the way to do it is we need to basically get to the very top up there. So how do we do that? Well, in order to get to the very top of the roofs, we need to access the elevator here. This is, of course, the elevator which takes us to the Undead Parish. And I think this is the correct way to go. Alright, so when we're going up this elevator, we need to jump off there. Just jump off there, and it takes us to this part here. And you've always got to kind of do like a little jump there. It's kind of glitched so that you can't just walk across it normally. You got to do a little jump there. It's a butt quencher, to say the least. Okay, so now we need to jump onto that pillar right in front of us, directly where the character's head is. Now, I'm either going to do this first time, or it's going to take me 15, 20 tries. That's normally the way it goes anyway. Okay, so let's go. We need to get a running jump at an angle, so let's go. Oh, no, it's going to take me 15 times, isn't it? Okay, fine. I'll cut back to when I've made the jump. While travelling back to have another go at the jump, I finally found Patches the Hyena. Do you remember I said that?
How many of you are there? You've come at the perfect time. I'm done.
It's just me. But anyways, if you guys remember, I spared this guy. This guy betrayed us and I spared him because I was just told that he becomes the best merchant in the game. Well, I'm going to finally see what he's got. I have never actually done this before. Learn his gesture. The prostration. The prostration. I read that as prostation then. Oh dear, I don't even know what that is. Okay, let's look at the items he's got. Ooh, he's got Eyes of Death. Okay, that will be good for that Covenant. He's got Prism Stones. There, take it or leave it. And he's also got Humanity. That's pretty good. Oh, and Divine Blessings. He actually sells those. For 20,000 souls, granted, but hey, he sells them. He's also got the Heal Miracle and Great Heal Exert. Don't actually know what that one does. I assume it's like another Heal Miracle, I suppose. He's also got the Mace, the Canvas Talisman, the Thraldland Talisman, and Armor. He sells the other masks. Holy hell! That's interesting. Okay. Do you remember when we went ahead to go ahead and kill What's-His-Face? We went and fought Pinwheel. And we got the Mask of the Mother. And this mask actually dramatically, well not dramatically, it gives us a little bit more life on our health bar. Well, if this guy sells the Mask of the Child, which he does, for 8,000 souls, I can even buy it, this improves our overall stamina. I would much rather have that. It is far better in every other way, simply because more stamina is just a much more useful trait, really, to have. So let's go ahead and pop this on. Oh, and also, of course, it looks absolutely awesome. Okay, let's go back to trying the jump now. Oh, we made it second try. Oh, thank heavens for that. Thank heavens for that. As I said, normally it takes me 15 or 10 to 20 tries if it doesn't work the first time, but we got it on the second. Okay, so now we've got to kind of do a roll up there. Again, there's kind of a glitch to where you can't actually get up there. I have no idea. Oh dear. Okay, I have no idea how you would work all of this out and how to actually access these DLCs unless someone told you, because it's so convoluted. Okay, so now as you can see, we have got the big old crow over there. We've got old Russell, who brought us to this land, of course, sitting and chilling over there. God, my words aren't working right now. But that's what we want there, on the roof of that building. Whoop! This is obviously the roof of the building where Kingseeker Framt is. And we get the Undead Asylum Fortress 2 West Key. Okay. Floor 2, not Fortress 2, what am I talking about? And here, of course, we can actually get a good look at Firelink Shrine. It looks pretty cool. And for some strange reason, we can see light rays from the inside of the building. Okay, alright, so now that that is done, we need to go ahead and talk to our buddy Russell. Now, how do we get back? Do I just have to do the jump again? I think I do. I don't think there's any other way to get back, unless I can maybe kind of glitch my way. Oh! I'm alive. Okay, I'm alive. Yeah, it's looking like we're going to have to do the jump again. Okay, I'll do the jump again and then come back to when I'm ready. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Boom! Made it first try. I am the best around. Well, it's not actually the first try, is it? Alright, so now that that's done, we need to go ahead and climb this stairway all the way to the top. All the way to the top. All the way up. And then you can see we have got that nest right there. We're going to have to sit down in that nest. I'll just take a quick look around, quick nervous. I always think there's an item over here. Nope, there isn't. Okay. So now we need to go ahead over to Russell's nest and then curl up like a ball. And then just wait. I plan to record like maybe 5 or 6 videos today. It's going to be a real long day. Not just Dark Souls, but I would really like to record as much Dark Souls as possible. If I can beat all Dark Souls today and have it all recorded, that would be pretty darn sweet, because then I've always got it on backup. Oh, here we go. Hey, Russell. There you are, buddy. How's it going? Taking me back to the tutorial level. Come on, Russell. So majestic and sweet. And then there's the terrifying monster in the claws of the monster. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, let me just explain why we've come back here then. In order to access the first DLC, we need a certain item that you can only get in the tutorial level. And of course, there's no normal way to get here other than getting up to Russell the way we just did. And we needed that key as well. But now, oh my god, now we can actually go back to the tutorial level. And we can go ahead and see just how far we've come by slaying all the level 1 enemies. If I would actually pay attention, of course. Okay. Go ahead and heal. I can't believe I just got messed up by those level 1 enemies. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the tutorial level. You probably noticed when we first came here that there actually weren't any way to get through certain areas. We actually had to do some kind of bizarre little twisty turny things just to get through the level. Well, we've just picked up the key that unlocks a lot of the shortcuts. Now, do not walk through the center of this room. Trust me, do not do it. We'll do it later, but not right now, we're not. Okay, so I'm going to go up through this gateway here. This is, of course, the gateway which we passed through in order to escape the Asylum demon the first time we met him. Go ahead and rest up there. So now we have gone ahead and rested up there. Ooh, hello there, buddy. We got ourselves a Black Knight over here, have we? He wasn't here before. Was he not here before? No, it's just a regular enemy. Okay, well, we've got a Black Knight here. You should be able to deal with Black Knights at this point. Go ahead and parry them as much as you want. They're no different. Okay. How about just a regular hit? There we go. Black Knight dead. Red Titanite chunk. Okay, I believe that is used for upgrading fire-infused weapons, I believe. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. Alright, so let's take a look up here. And what's that dude there? Ooh. Do you remember him? That's the dude who freed us from our cell at the very start of the game, gave us our Estus Flask and gave us our mission, and then he died. And now he's back with a vengeance. Come on, buddy. Don't worry too much about him, though. He's not too hard. Especially if you can parry him. Don't kick me, you fool. Come on. There we go. Got a parry right there. And what kind of damage did that do? Well, yeah, that nearly killed him, so he's just slightly weaker than a Black Knight. Okay, nothing really too much to worry about there. So now that's done, what has he dropped? He has dropped the Crest Shield. Now, I believe the Crest Shield is actually a pretty darn good one. Let's go take a look. The Crest Shield. Yeah, blocks 100% of physical, 80% of magic. 80% of magic is actually very significant, so that's really, really good. For fire, lightning, and stability, it's less on my current shield, but for magic, that's actually very, very good defense. We can go ahead, of course, and open up that door right there. I believe we could have done that ages ago, actually, but I never did, for some reason. Okay. So now I'm just trying to remember the route we got to go. Oh, I remember now. We're going to go this way, haven't we? Oh! I suddenly remembered there's a boulder there. Suddenly remembered that. Okay. Who pushed that? Was it you, you swine? I'll take that as a yes. There you go. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so the item we want is called the Peculiar Doll, and we need this item in order to get to the DLC. The DLC, of course, is actually in Anor Londo. So, do you remember when we were in the kind of chapel of Anor Londo, we passed that huge painting in the room which had all of those kind of white warriors who were throwing all the throwing daggers? Yeah, we need that item in order to walk through the painting and enter the painted world of Ariamis. Okay. You see, these guys, very start of the game, I had to time it out and I had to time a kick in order to take their shield down, but now I'm so powerful I can just hit through his shield, which is fantastic. Okay, so what do we got over here then? We've got an item right here. Rusted Iron Ring. Should have picked this up ages ago if I'm honest, but I didn't. I couldn't be bothered. Okay, the Rusted Iron Ring is a fantastic ring. It allows you to walk through water, shallow water, without slowing down. So, picture if you're in kind of like knee-high water and you're walking very, very slowly, pop that ring on and you'll run at full speed, which is absolutely fantastic. Same goes for any other kind of gooey surface, like the poison water at the bottom of Blighttown, for example. You can just run through that if you're wearing that ring. Fantastic ring, very useful, definitely worth coming back to the tutorial level just for that, if I'm completely honest. Okay. So where am I actually going now? Now I need to actually go ahead and get the doll. I think I grabbed all the items I need. There's a couple level 1 enemies in here. Roll through the pots. Give him a good old slash there. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. Okay. So now I'm back here. Do I have any humanity? Oh yeah, I've got plenty of humanity. I'm actually very tempted to kindle this up so that I've got a large amount of Estus flasks. I don't think I'll need the full amount, but I'll do it anyway just to be safe, because there is a boss battle in this area. Okay, so let's go ahead and reverse hollow in. We are not hollow. Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and offer up our humanity to kindle the fire. That puts us on to 10. I might have used too many humanity, actually. Go ahead and level it up twice more. And that'll give us the full 20 Estus flasks, which is fantastic. Well, in terms of the DLC, when we actually get there, I don't actually know what to think about this first DLC. This first DLC, we could probably beat it in maybe an hour, you know. Maybe quicker if we actually know what we're doing, which we do. So, if I paid money for that DLC, I'd be pretty annoyed. Well, it depends on the price, of course. If it was like a $5, then okay. But if it was like £10, £15, then I'd feel quite ripped off, actually. But I got it all bundled anyway, since I got the Prepare to Die edition, which is kind of the Game of the Year edition, I suppose, in a way. Oh, yes. Who's angry about Fallout 4 getting the Game of the Year edition, even though it wasn't really a Game of the Year in many people's eyes? Guys, oh, get over it, you losers. If they just called it Special Edition, it would have been fine. Okay. Look over there. That's the guys whose bottom we're going to have to kick in a minute. Looks very similar to the Asylum demon, I know. In fact, they reused the same skin multiple times in the game. Very naughty From Software. In fact, in Dark Souls 2, they used a lot of the same bosses as this as well. That being said, though, I think that's more like nostalgia. Okay. Oh, we got the Black Knight Sword and the Red Cyanide Chunk. Okay. I don't really know if there's much point in us using the Black Knight Sword at this stage, but let's take a look at it. If you find that early, then you've pretty much won the game already, pretty much. Okay, so where is it? Black Knight Sword, yeah. It does 220 damage at its base level. It scales with a C in strength, which is actually pretty good. It's better than my current weapon. And you need 20 strength to use it, and 18 dexterity. Holy hell. You upgrade that to its maximum level 5, then it's only just shy of this sword at maximum damage. But it's even slower than this sword, which is a huge shame. Okay, this is where we find the item we want, the Peculiar Doll. There we go. It was in our cell, which we started in at the very start of the game. Superb. Now we have that. Let's go ahead and fight a boss, shall we? Let's go ahead and whoop some boss ass. Not boss nass, of course, boss ass. Okay. So in order to go ahead and get to this boss battle, we need to walk across the center of the room, which I told you not to run across the center of the room in. So let's go ahead and head over this ladder and do this. And now, it's actually not possible to access this area of the game the first time you were here at the start of the actual game, of course. You can only access this when you actually come here to beat him. Okay, so let's go. We've got to run on this surface. Oh dear, down goes the floor. And here he is, the stray demon. Block immediately. Okay. Oh, and his entourage has come down as well. So very easy way to beat this guy, actually. Same for most of the kind of stray demons, the asylum demons, all that stuff. You want to hug this leg here. Hug this leg here. And you can avoid most of his AoE attacks. Just like that. The only one you really got to watch out for is his sitting down attack and that slightly wider AoE. That's the sitting down attack. But as you saw, it did practically no damage at all. So let's go ahead and try to get back to that power position. You know, that spot just behind his right leg, his right thigh. There we go, right between his butt cheeks. Oh, he's rolled again. I think I can actually just go ahead and block that drop down attack. Didn't even hit me, you swine. But you see, look, we are actually trailing through this guy dead easily. And trust me when I say this, if you don't do it this way, then it's going to take much, much longer to beat this guy. He's still not that bad at this level, but this really is the quickest way to do it. Just hug this right leg, and then just wail away at him with your most powerful weapon. Doesn't matter if it's slow. And there is the stray demon defeated. Oh man, I should have put the symbol of Ariamis on so I actually get more souls. I've got the ring on, I suppose. I'll get more souls for this anyway. Humanity and a homeward bone. And what did he give me? 24,000 souls. That's really not very good at all, actually. And he dropped a Titanite slab, which is, of course, what we need to fully upgrade a regular weapon, a normal weapon, to level 10, which is pretty good. That's actually a very rare item. Okay, so now that is done, we have beaten everything in the tutorial level. Okay, so in order to get out, I think you have to homeward bone out of this place. I think that's why he drops a homeward bone, if I'm completely honest. Oh yeah, Soul of Sith. Okay, where is my homeward bones? He just dropped me one. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and use this homeward bone in order to get back to the bonfire. And then we can go and take on the DLC in Anor Londo, which is fantastic. Alright, so that was exciting, wasn't it? You know, we're only, what, 20 minutes into the video, and already we have got a boss battle done. Okay, so we need to warp now. We are going to warp to Sunlight Altar. No. Anor Londo. I'm just trying to work out the quickest way to do this. Probably Anor Londo. Chamber of the Princess, maybe? Chamber of the Princess is quicker. Okay, Chamber of the Princess away. All the way to you. So, let's go. Let's go. I'm sure many of you will probably notice when we enter Anor Londo that old Gwendolyn up there is still alive, of course. And Anor Londo is not completely shrouded in darkness. Don't worry about that, people. Don't worry about that. I'll just rest up here again so I can actually use this as a choke point rather than going back to the tutorial level. I've decided that I will go ahead and take on the boss battle, the extra boss battle in Anor Londo. But I'll probably save it for the very final video. Because the very final video of this Let's Play is probably just going to be me fighting... What's his face? Need miracles, do you? Okay. The very final boss battle, very final video, is probably just going to be the last boss battle. So if I can squeeze in that extra boss battle as well, then, you know, it'll actually make that video a bit more worthwhile. Okay. So, got these giants here. I don't care. Whoop. Feels like ages since we were last in Anor Londo, doesn't it? But it really wasn't that long ago, if you think about it. Whoop. Oh, darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we took a little bit of damage there, but that's not the end of the world. The controller is still doing that thing where it cuts out occasionally. As I said, that is actually a problem with Dark Souls the game, as opposed to, or at least the PC version anyway, as opposed to my controller. I looked it up. Very, very annoying. Just stop sprinting every now and then. And this is not the game where you want to have controls be unresponsive. The controls are unresponsive enough as part of the default game anyway. Don't go ahead and make it worse by cutting out. Okay, so we need to head down there. We need to head right down there. Do I have to mess with this platform, or can I just run down? I think I can just run down. Please say I can just run down. Can't be bothered to run up the stairs again. Yes, we are good. Fantastic! Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and, nah, might as well heal, I suppose. Why not? So this is the bottom of the chapel that we were in. Do you remember we had to walk across all those very narrow beams earlier? And here we are at the very bottom. We have obviously been here before. Lots of those annoying kind of guardian painted... Ooh! There's one right there. I was just about to say, they tend to jump out at you when you least expect it. And there's one right there. I might actually go ahead and change weapon here. I might go ahead and grab my... what's it called? Where is me Silver Knight Spear? There we go. That might be a bit easier weapon for dealing with these guys. Come on, hit me! Come on, hit me! What are you waiting for? I'm right here! Come on! Kill me! Kill me now! Roar! Okay. So let's go ahead and stab him there. You know what? I just quoted Predator and I realised I've actually never finished the Predator movie. Never actually finished it. I know, right? It seems weird. Because I know so much about it, yet I've actually never finished it. It's very bizarre. Alright, go ahead and grab this. What they got? Throwing knives. Okay, that's good. That'll actually be quite useful in the area we're going to, believe it or not. Alright, and that is obviously the painting we need to go to. And we need to examine this painting. And if you examine it without the doll, it doesn't actually do anything. Either it doesn't do anything, or it just doesn't give you the option to examine it. One of the two. Oh, I was trying to get away and be cheeky with a big strike there, but didn't get it. Come back, you little racing snake. There we go. I swapped to the spear here just because these guys are very fast. So it would be nice to go ahead and get some quick old pokes. And we got another painted guardian sword. Again, very good dex weapon, especially if you dual wield two of them. 5 throwing knives. Okay. So now, let's enter the painting. Which is definitely going to be my new catchphrase. Here we go. Very pretty painting. Oh no! How unpredictable! Seriously, that painting is probably worth so much money. You just rubbed your grubby, bloody fingers all over it. Oh dear. But of course, it was actually a portal to another realm. Realm? Welcome to the painted world of Ariamis. Not Aratimus or whatever. Ariamis is what it is. Okay. If I remember right, actually, this entire section of the game was actually the very first area of Dark Souls they ever designed. I seem to remember hearing that in like a behind the scenes video on YouTube. Pretty interesting, actually. Okay, so in order to access this area, we're going to cross this bridge, and as I said, this is the short DLC. This is the one where I would feel ripped off if it was any more than a $5. Right. Very dark and snowy, as you can see, but it is very pretty, actually. Very pretty indeed. On the other DLC is actually much meatier than this one. That's probably about 5 hours worth, maybe. Okay, let's go ahead and light this bonfire and rest up. Okay, so can we level up? We've got 33,000. If we go ahead and use some soul items, we can go ahead and level up a bit. Let's go ahead and see what soul items we got. Yo, I've got plenty on my hotbar already. Let's go ahead and use some of these 3,000s. Large soul of a proud knight worth 3,000 souls. Obviously very happy the day we found some of those, I presume. And just use one more. I think that's enough now. Yep, there we go. Okay. So now let's level up. Let's go ahead and grab some... Go and grab some more endurance, actually. My stamina bar is looking a bit low. And now we've got that mask, which actually... Did I say it increases overall stamina or it increases stamina regeneration? I believe it increases stamina regeneration. That's what this mask does. Okay. There is also some other items I want to add to my hotbar for this entire DLC. Please say I have some with me. Please say. Yep. I've got some purple moss and some blooming purple moss. Okay, I will need that for this area. And I also want to have my fire great scythe here. Very useful weapon for this area. If the frames would kick in. There we go. Alright, so we've got some low level enemies here. Nothing too fancy we've got to worry about. Oh, there we go. And there is one more right there. Give him a slash. Okay. There is a big gate right here, but we cannot open this gate. Obviously does not open from this side because that is always a way with Dark Souls. Every reward you get is a shortcut. Okay, we got a body hanging over up there. Let's go ahead and shoot him down. Okay, do I actually have to hit the rope? Yes, okay, got to hit the rope to shoot it down. And we get a humanity. Pretty good. I believe there's a few items like that in this area where you've got to like shoot down a rope or you've got to do a very certain jump. I don't think there's anything that great, but it's good stuff. Oh, this one's got a boat. Oh, and there's one hiding right around the corner. Oh, darn it, I'm cornered, aren't I? Okay, that's one done. Holy. Man, that really took me off guard. Okay, let's go ahead and S this up here. S this up. And now we can go ahead and deal with the one with the bow. Okay, I was just about to explain this next section here. Alright, so this next section here has some quite nasty enemies. You'll see what I mean when I describe them. There they are, right there. These, I don't know what they're called, but they've got some kind of horrible crustacean on them. It's kind of like a bloated enemy of some kind. And they do fire attacks. Now, when you kill these guys, as you would expect, looking at that huge kind of cyst on their head, they burst. They burst red blood everywhere. But if you have a fire weapon like this fire great scythe, it does not do that. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab my silver knight spear just so I can demonstrate it for you. Because the stuff inside this spot, see look, it deals, is that poison or toxin? I completely forget. And now I've got huge poison resistance with this armor, so it didn't actually affect me. But if you didn't have that armor, then you would probably be dead already. I might actually go ahead and keep this spear actually, since I now know that the poison won't affect me if I only get hit by one at a time, which is great news. Alright, so what have we got in here? We got I hear lots of scurrying. Okay, what is it? I believe it's down there, whatever is scurrying. There is an item over there, but I completely forget how to get that. As I said, this DLC... Ooh, here we go. Albino rats. Exactly the same as regular rats, except, you know, they're a bit whiter. You know, they're a bit white and nerdier. Large soul of a brave warrior, 5,000 souls. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm trying to think how I actually get that item. Do I go ahead and just kind of walk it? I don't think so. I don't remember. As I said, this DLC, you kind of come in and out of this area, so you typically forget where things are. Oh, we got another one of the bloated things over there, actually. Might be an idea to go ahead and pop him from a distance so I don't have to worry about him later catching up on me. He's pretty far, though. I've got to lead the arrows an awful long way. And I only hit him once. Okay, that's actually quite a long shot, though. Through, like, tiny hallways and stuff. That's not bad shooting. Oh! Hello up there, buddy. What are you doing there? I saw you. I know there's a guy behind me, but I want to at least distract that guy. Who the hell is doing that? Over there. Come over here, you swine. You ain't shooting arrows in my back. As I said, this actual entire DLC is not very exciting, if I'm completely honest. But it's part of the game, so we have got to do it. Alright, we've got another one of those bloated things over there. I'm going to heal up now just to be safe. Okay, you don't have to use a fire weapon to kill these guys. You can of course use fire arrows, or you can go ahead and just use a really long weapon like this spear, as long as you keep your distance. Alright, so go ahead and... Oh, don't kick him. Stab. Stab. But it's very important that you're not too close to them when they spray all of that blood when you kill them, because otherwise you will get the poison or toxin effect. And you don't want to be too close to them anyway, seeing as some of them spit fire at you just like that. So, very important to remember that. Don't get too close or use a fire weapon. Personally, I say use a fire weapon, far safer choice. But if you don't have one, of course, just use this long one. There we go. I'm actually enjoying using this spear a bit more than my... Oh, no. I'm enjoying using this spear a bit more, actually. Like, it's not anywhere near as powerful as my my Gravelord sword, but I love the spears in the Dark Souls game, you know. It really, really does do spears justice, to a degree. I mean, turtle stabbing and stuff would be a bit more effective in real life, but you know what? It's still pretty effective in this as well. Okay, how do I get over there, then? There's an area over there which leads to more items directly above me. Oh, hello there, young scamp. What are you doing on that wall? Go ahead and give you a poke. Large soul of a proud knight. We've got to get down there somehow. How do I do that? As I said, none of these items are very good anyway, if I'm completely honest. But look over there. What do you see? It's a giant kick-ass dragon. Pretty darn big one, to say the least. We won't actually worry about him just yet. In fact, I don't really know if we need to worry about him at all, if I'm completely honest. But it's worth checking out later anyway. Oh man, the frame rate is really dropping here. Alright, what's the best way to go? I believe we can drop down here. No idea where I'm going right now. Ah, there's an item over here. What have we got? What have we got? Soul of a Brave Warrior, 5,000. Not bad. And there is an area over here where we can drop down. Is it right there? Nope, not there. Okay. Don't really know too much about this area, but some of the lore, I think, with this area, Ooh, dear, that's a scary drop. Okay, but I can make it though. I believe this area was designed to imprison anyone or anything which was associated with dragons. Basically, kind of worshipping dragons or being a dragon in the world of Dark Souls is against the law. That is what Lord Gwyn decided. And of course, everyone who is to do with dragons or associated with dragons in any way gets banished to this realm where they cannot escape. I'm not going to make any jokes. Solo Brave Warrior, right inside his butthole. Okay, that was a joke. I just said I wasn't doing any, but okay. Never mind. Right. There's another item right there. If I can just be very careful, squeeze my way through that. Egg fermentfuge. Fermentfuge? Fertfuge? Fertfuge? I don't know. I've only just waken up, can you tell? You know, I went to walk the dog and started recording straight away. Right. So what those items are, of course, if you get attacked by one of those egg fermentfuge things that you can find in the demon ruins, then you can go ahead and use that item and it kills the egg infestation. More albino rats right there. As I said, exactly the same as regular rats, these guys. I assume, anyway. I don't know if they drop humanity still. Oh, we've got a chest. The chain is curved towards us, so it is safe. Ah, painted guardian armor. Okay, that is actually the armor set of the people inside the chapel that throw all the throwing daggers. Really nice armor, actually. It's not very good in terms of defense, but it looks really cool. It works really well with female characters because it kind of looks like a dress. Very, very good armor. But it actually does give you some defense, not like the actual dresses, of course, which give you next to diddly squat apart from resistances to magic and stuff. Okay, so that's that little area explored over there. And now the next section, we need to basically drop down. We could go deal with that dragon, actually. There's no real hiding it, you know. You don't actually kill the dragon, you just pepper it with arrows, basically. Same for another kind of dragon, which you see, which is very similar to that as well. Don't really think you get anything for doing it, but it's worth doing just for the sake of completionism, I suppose. Right. Go ahead and grab me longbow. Oh, it's shaking. See, that's its head right there. The arrow is landing just by its head. Do I need to go near it in order to wake it up? I think I do. I think we need to wake it up before we can actually go ahead and finish it off. Need to... Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Okay. Time to run back now. Oh dear! Where did you come from? Harpy lady thing! Get out of here. Ugh. I hate those things. Okay. We'll talk more about those in a minute when we get a closer look at them. Oh, there he is. If you're standing on that bridge when he runs towards you, that is instant death, I believe. Okay, so these dragons, I don't actually know what their name is, but they're not conventional dragons. They basically kind of spit, I suppose it's poison, really. I suppose, like you guess it, call it, thing. Man, I really can't talk today. This is absolutely embarrassing. Alright, so we're just going to pepper away this thing with arrows until it's dead. There's really no point in just running up and trying to deal with it. It's just a hassle. But the reason you buy lots of arrows, of course, is so you can go ahead and pepper big things like this. If you want a technique on how to very, very quickly press buttons on any controller, tap like you are holding a pencil or you are offending Brazilians. You know, and tap. Very rapid tapping. That is how you quickly tap on controllers. That was taught to me by Sean Bolan of Game Attack, a channel which I love watching, a streaming channel. You should definitely check them out on YouTube. I sometimes play in their PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds custom games. So if you like Game Attack and they're doing a PlayerUnknown's custom games, I might be there. I've actually won it once, so it was pretty cool. Okay. I'm going to cut back to when this is done. Okay, so the dragon is nearly dead now. Very nearly dead. 1 or 2 more arrows, and then he is brown bread. Yep, looks like just 1 more arrow here. These are only doing like 27 damage at a time. It took well over 100 arrows, but he is now dead. Yep, there we go. Dragon slayed. I don't know what Vidovickine's going on about, talking about how hard dragon slaying is. That was dead easy. Okay, so now let's go and run up and see what he has dropped. Okay, so we've got a couple items on the bridge as well to tempt you into running across. Got a large soul of a proud knight worth 3,000 souls, not bad. He's dropped a dragon scale, obviously very good for upgrading dragon weapons, such as the Drake Sword. The blood shield, I believe, is actually okay. I did it. Yes, indeed you did. Well, so did I. Okay. Now, You may have already noticed that was half a dragon. Here's the other half here. His back half. Very unusual. Weakness is a plunging attack. Yeah. Try a plunging attack. Try a plunging attack. Should I try a plunging attack? It's very unusual, isn't it? I'm going to be honest, people. I have no idea at all why it stands up again like that. It might just be a glitch, but its back legs stand up again. Now, you may actually remember, we actually saw some of these back legs down in the demon ruins walking around in the lava. And, that's it, really. That's all there is to it. It's just a pair of legs. Why not? Just like every page 3 model. Hey! No, I'm sorry, that was really offensive. Okay, we're going to jump down here. And we're actually going to skip a huge amount of the DLC. Believe it or not, you can actually skip almost all of it just by going past that dragon right there. Huge sections we have entirely cut out. Oh! Oh dear! I'm going to get... That is genuinely hilarious. I completely forgot how many there were there. I had no chance of escaping that. Man, that was hilarious. Okay. Oh man, I'm all the way back here. How about I cut back to where I was? That always makes me laugh. I don't know why. Okay, so let's get back down this bridge and deal with it properly, shall we? So we go ahead and take on the boss of this area. And try not to get totally annihilated by the level 1 enemies. Okay. Take my time. Oh, there's that dude there. I may have to deal with this guy first, actually. Alright, just kind of same as we've dealt with before these guys. Just kind of get behind them. I believe you can parry these guys, but I'm not 100% certain about that. Taking some arrow shots as well. Oh, dear, took a big hit there. But if you've got... Oh, don't you dare heal. If you've got a spear that can turtle stab like this, when they go for the heal animation, it's pretty much certain death for them. Pretty much, anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up here, why not? And what did he drop? He dropped a large Titanite shard. Okay, that's something, I guess. I do want to go and get my souls, so I'll go ahead and deal with these guys. If I just go ahead slowly, turtle stab them. Where did they come from? Did they jump off the bridges? There, that's where they came from. No wonder they took me completely off guard. I was facing the wrong way. Okay, there we go. That's all them dead now. And just this last archer here. Excellent. Right, grab my souls. Retrieval. Okay, what was that? Practically nothing. Okay, whatever. Now, can I open the doors from here to access the rest of the DLC, or do I have to go back to the start of the DLC before I can show you the rest of it, if I decide to do so, that is? Yep, it's blocked. Typical. Okay, so this shortcut takes you to the boss, and then if you want to see the rest of it, you basically gotta die. Oh well, here's what it is. Alright, there is an item I want to equip for this boss battle, actually. It's not essential, but it's kind of a cool trick you can do. I've only done it once. Have I even done it? I don't even remember. I might not have done this. I might have just heard about it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my my Gravelord sword here. And we're going to go ahead and deal with a boss whose name I believe is Priscilla? Priscilla? Something like that. And she is a woman who is half dragon, half woman. And also, all waifu, apparently. People love this woman. I think that's quite depressing, but okay. Hello. So you go up and talk to her first. You don't even have to fight this one.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not.
Nope.
If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Okay, in other words, she is saying... You can just leave if you want to. There's no reason for you to be here. You don't have to kill me or anything. You can just go. I'm not going to stop you leaving. But of course it's a Dark Souls game and we of course want to kill this thing. Okay, so now. Main thing with this woman is that she turns invisible. She turns invisible until you stagger her with your weapon. But if you have throwing knives, as I said, I think I've already done this once. If you hit her before... As soon as you hit her, it triggers the boss battle. But if we hit her with a few throwing daggers, while she's kind of Mighty Morphin Power Ranging, I can't even tell. Okay, well, basically the daggers stick out of her body. Okay, we'll try it again next time we get the opportunity. Up, there's her feet. You can just see her feet appearing. There we go. Alright, so hit her a few times to stagger her, and then she will turn into a regular person again. Let's go ahead and get some of those daggers in here while we're locked on. I think that might actually be a better idea. Hopefully they'll stick around for a while. Hey, okay. So she's obviously got a great big scythe, and she's got some magic abilities. But she is so slow, she only walks. Basically, this entire DLC is disappointing, really. The bosses aren't hard. The only thing cool about it is that the area looks nice. That's about it. And you don't even have to do it. You can skip half of it, as we have. Oh, there we go. There's a little magic attack thing there. Her scythe does cause bleed, I want to say. I think that's the bleed stat below. And I wonder, can I cut off her tail? Is she going to let me do that? Unfortunately, she's got so low life, often. Oh, I got Priscilla's dagger. That's cool. That is a cursed weapon, which is a very cool thing to have if you're ever down in the Londo ruins. Go ahead and give her a big stab right there. So as you can see, no real trouble with this one at all. As soon as you hit her a couple times by looking at when, you know, she's kind of invisible, look at her feet, then you know where she is. Okay, I don't see the daggers flying in the air anymore, so I guess they fell out. Okay, so where's her feet? Those are my footprints. There, over here. Okay, I got her once. Oh, I know where she is. She's right in front of me. Oh. Oh, shut up. Okay, Solo Priscilla. Okay, fantastic. Victory achieved. Okay, DLC DLC done. Okay, Twin Humanities. Yeah, honestly, that's it. I mean, that's for DLC. You don't have to do half of it, which is really weird. And it's linear DLC as well. In order to leave, you just basically walk into this plank and jump off. And again, you can just leave naturally, just by walking off the plank. Once you enter the DLC, you can't leave until you get to this point. You have to leave by jumping off the plank. And maybe if you had some homeward bones or something you didn't rest, you might be able to get out. But besides that, this is how you get out of the DLC. Very scary, but it works. What can I say? Totally works indeed. And now we've got a homeward bone, and now we're back in Anor Londo. Okay, so we can go back and deal with some of the rest of it if we want to. I'm wondering, do I have time to? I don't really, if I want to have an hour-long video, I suppose. Okay, yeah, why not? I might as well jump back in and show you some more of it. I might as well show you some more. Even though there really isn't too much to show, I might as well show you some more of it. Just to, you know, to complete the DLC, I guess. There's only one boss battle in that DLC, and we've done it, and it was easy. Okay, we're back at the bonfire now. I suppose on the positive side, we can actually level up here a bit. Again, I'm thinking more endurance, because we simply just don't have much, you know what I mean? We really don't have much. At this stage, there's no point in upgrading anything else like intelligence or anything, really, because I'm only going to play this character once, so there's really little point. Some people have said, oh man, that's such an unbalanced build and stuff. It's like, yeah, but seeing as we're only going to be playing through the game once, it's alright. It really is. And I'm not interested in PvP at all with any of these games. Because that's the thing with it, you know, there are different kind of builds. There are builds which are really good, I mean character builds that is, that are really good for PvP. And some of which are really good for the main story game. This is one that's good for the main story game. At least for the weapons we want to use and stuff like that. But for PvP, nah, it wouldn't be very good at all. But hey, that's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Alright, so let's go ahead and deal with these guys. Not actually get hit this time, hopefully. Got to give him a poke. And we'll actually access the rest of it and stuff. As I said, not much to it. And here come the bloaty things again. Oh. Oh, no, that was a nasty fire hit. There we go. Ah, it's toxic. It's not poison, it's toxic. Okay, well, I might as well go ahead and just use that there. Make sure you've got lots of the purple moss before coming to this area. Makes sense. You know, be smart about it. Bring some with you. In fact, I'm willing to say, out of all the items in Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls, that's probably the only one you really want to make sure that you have stuff always on you, you know, in reserve. Don't go dropping it in the box and stuff like that. Oh, there's the archer. Okay. I was going to go ahead and shoot down that hanging body over there, but we'll deal with this guy first, make sure it's safe. Same for these two. Thank you very much. Alright, this guy's coming out now as well. If I can lure him onto this bridge, it's pretty much just a straight shot. Perfect for my spear. Oh, darn, he hit me again with the toxic. Oh, I shouldn't have done it there. I should have just waited to kill this guy. Okay. Get him a distance. If I go ahead and two-hand my spear, that's a poison cloud. Oh. If I two-hand my spear, I should be able to dodge the blood. Yep, that's cool. Ah, there's another one up there as well. Just... What the... Where did you come from, you swine? Took me off guard there. That's why I don't like this area. You know, it's just full of cheap enemies. The main boss at the end isn't really worth it. And it's just kind of bleh. Oh, there's some more of those harpy things over there. I know there have been multiple enemies I referred to as harpies throughout this DLC. But you know what? I think these are actual harpies, really. Well, no. They do have a different name. They explain what they're called in Dark Souls 2, I believe. And, again, you know, there are lots of people who treat those things as waifus. Even though they look absolutely terrifying and they are literally half crow. But hey, you know, it's the internet, what can I say? Alright, so that item I just shot down, we can go ahead and grab that later. We can just drop down into that huge area over there if we want to. But again, you know, let's not just do any huge shortcuts. We've already taken a huge shortcut to avoid most of it. Oh, by the way, if you want to skip the rest of the video, if you have no more interest in seeing this area, I honestly don't mind. I really don't. The next video will be back in... Well, we'll be ready to take on the main DLC, of course, the Artorias DLC, which is actually good. That's really good DLC, in fact. Okay. So let's go ahead and look around in here then. Oh, we've got an item over there. Hello. Thank you. Alright, how do I get into this section now then? Ah, right through that window, of course. And now, lots of those harpy things are in here. And we've got to climb up to the top or to the bottom. We'll have to do both, of course, but getting to the bottom would be the obvious goal, seeing as there's nothing up the top here apart from more of these things. Why would you think they look attractive? Look at it. It's terrifying. Do you remember that Marilyn Manson album where he was in the woman suit? That's what it looks like. I'm not saying that Marilyn Manson looks like a crow, but you know what I'm saying. Same kind of shape. Same kind of colours, in fact, now I think about it. Alrighty, so let's just go ahead and give that a good old poke. See, if you just go ahead and be rapid with your attacks, with fast attacks, then you can actually deal with them quite easily. But they can take you by surprise, and they can be quite vicious in large numbers. Red Sign Soapstone. Okay, that is obviously an online item. I never really do the online. I'm sure I'm missing out huge. I'm sure I am, people, but really doesn't interest me. The game's hard enough as it is. I don't want other people ruining it for me. Red Sign Soapstone. What does this one do? Leave an invasion sign. Okay, so I presume I pop that down as a way of kind of saying, hey, you want to fight? You know? Kind of a way to summon someone to come and attack me. Haven't been invaded at all, actually, throughout this entire playthrough, I don't think, which is quite nice. What have we got there? Soul of the Brave Warrior, 5,000, not bad. And pop on down there. Excellent. There is an item below that dead crow thing. How do I get there? So I just drop down here, I guess, really. Take a little bit of damage, maybe. Nope, I'm good. What have you dropped? Souvenir of Reprisal. I don't know what that is, actually. I recognize it, but I don't remember what it is. Let's take a look at it. Souvenir of Okay, fair enough. Alright, so we've got suicidal crows up in this as well. Alright. Souvenir of Reprisal. I already have one. Souvenir taken from subduing the guilty. Again, that sounds like an online item. Blood drained shrunken ear. Ugh. Souvenir taken for subduing the guilty. Again, is that for like killing invaders or something maybe? I don't know. Gotta drop down there. Take a lot of damage in doing so, but hey, we survive. Alright, so now I believe we can open this area here. Locked by some contraption. No, we can't. God darn it, you see, we've skipped another section of the DLC. What's through this one here? Ah, no, we didn't skip a section at all. Okay, so, this might look familiar to you guys if you guys have played Demon Souls. It is something very reminiscent of the Phalanx, which was the very first boss battle in Demon Souls. Just lots of slow enemies with huge shields who gather together to protect each other. They can be pretty good farming, actually, those guys, because they're quite easy to kill, especially especially if you've got pyromancy. You can just throw a couple fireballs in there and hit multiple ones at once, and there is a bonfire very nearby, so actually not a bad way to farm, actually. They don't give you amazing amount of souls, but it's an okay amount. It's an okay amount. As I said, if you can just do it easy with pyromancy, then it's brilliant farming, because the first bonfire is, well, it's right here, so fantastic. Okay, I don't think I'll bother with them. I don't think they drop anything. I could be wrong. If we look over here, we've got a cool area over here. We've got lots of people on pikes, which is really, really horrible. Don't tell them your name, Pike. Okay. One more over there. Two more. The reason I came over here is that I think there is an item, but also I want to show you these cool things. These are the cages which people were kept in. These huge concrete blocks with chains on them. So presumably they could also move them around by dragging on the chains and stuff like that. That's a horrible, horrible idea, but I think that would be quite a good way to transport really dangerous prisoners, if I'm completely honest. Forget Hannibal Lecter in his chair, you know, his kind of gurney thing. Put him in that, you know. He won't be eating anyone. Right, what we got over there? Yeah, we just got lots of soul items and stuff like that. As I said, nothing in this DLC is really that spectacular. Alright, so if we go over here, we have got an underground area we need to go to, which actually opens up the correct way to go rather than skipping it. Well, is it really skipping it if we had to kill a huge-ass dragon in order to get it? Right, there's a humanity. That is the humanity from the person I shot the bow at. Do you remember there was that rope which I shot? Ring of sacrifice, okay, that's useful. Probably not at this stage of the game, but can be useful. Okay. We've got a bit of a nasty section down here. Make sure I'll heal up here. We have got lots of those spinning skeleton things in this area, and it's a very confined catacomb, which doesn't load in time, apparently. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and put the sunlight maggot on here. You don't need it, but hey, it helps a little bit down here. There's one. Okay, so as you can see, illusionary walls, lots of illusionary walls, and lots of very long, thin corridors. Perfect for these bad guys right here. But if you get them one at a time, no real trouble. Nearly messed up there. There we go, that's one right there. And coming down here actually leads you to the correct way to go ahead and open the path to proceed through to the DLC. And it can be a bit of a maze, lots of illusionary walls and stuff like that. There's one right there, for example. Okay. Oh, I see you, buddy. I see you once. Oh, I did get him. Upon a dream. That's not even the words. Oh, hey, bloater. How's it going? I think we get a pyromancy for killing this guy. Tears ahead. Oh, really? Pyromancy, fire surge. Okay, pretty good pyromancy if I remember correctly. It's kind of just spraying fire out of your hands, you know. Very cool pyromancy, actually. As I said, one character I've got, which has been all the DLC and stuff, that character build has got loads of pyromancy. I still don't really use it, but I do have pretty much max pyromancy on it. Annex key. Okay, I believe that just opens up a door on the upper level. I don't actually remember what's in there, but we'll take a look. We'll take a look. It's kind of by the phalanx. We did see the locked door. Oh, hello. So he was just staring at a wall, was he? Hoping someone would discover it was a fake wall. There we go. Now, this is the annoying area in here. There's maybe 4 or 5 of the skeleton dudes in here. And, of course, they put some booty right in front of you. Not arse cheeks, I mean treasure. Just so you can run in there, but of course then you get ambushed by like 5 of these guys. So be very careful. Take your time. Is that one over there? No. Okay. Take your time. See, look, there's one right in the darkness over there. Very hard to see him, but you can just make him out. Can I get him with 2? No, I missed him anyway. Come on. Oh, yeah. Bless my soul. Hook was on a roll. Person of the week in every Greek opinion poll. What a pro. I was having like a Disney marathon yesterday. You know, I watched like... Well, I didn't actually watch the films. I just watched the songs. Oh man, the phalanx is clipping through the ground. As I said, not great DLC. Yeah, and I watched like loads of Disney songs and stuff. Here we go. We've got to pull that lever and that triggers this statue to turn around and that opens up the gate. And that actually leads back to the bridge, which leads to the boss battle. So that's how you actually access the final boss battle. There we go. Alright. So now there's a skeleton right next to me. He kind of got stuck by the loading screen right there. It's not a loading screen, is it? It's a cutscene. Are there any more? Oh, yep, there's one right there. In fact, I think I saw two. Oh, I did indeed. So I knew there was two there, but I didn't have my shield up. What the hell? Okay, go ahead and give him a good old stab. Ooh, okay, I'm actually going to heal up there. Just in case he catches me in this area here. There we go. Got him. Got him. Oh, yeah, but I have no idea why I was just randomly watching a load of Disney songs and stuff. I was starting to think about the ones that I maybe forgotten about. And I realised, man, Mulan was the shit, wasn't it? Mulan was an amazing movie. I only saw it the once, though. Okay, imminent roll-in, if you say so. Alright, so that's all those guys done. The only reason to go down there, I believe, there might be one or two, like, soul items I missed or whatever, but for the most part, you just go down there to actually open up that area. One item over there. Let me guess, is someone going to pop up? Oh, I knew someone was going to pop up. In fact, two people come. Oh no, they've cornered me again. Whatever shall I do? There you go, take that, you low-level enemy. Soul of a Proud Knight, 2,000 souls. Yeah. So now we are back to this section here where the phalanx creatures are. As you can see, that gate is now open up ahead. And we got the annex key. I really do not remember what is in the annex. Well, it leads to the annex, presumably. But I don't remember what's actually in there for us, you know. Let's go ahead and take a look. I believe this is the key we just found anyway. Yep, that's the annex key. Go take a look. It's probably just a way to go in and pick up a couple items and stuff like that. It might lead to that section where I was shooting at that guy really long range and I had to lead the arrows really far. It might lead there. Yes, indeed it does. Okay. I'm trying to think what the annex in a castle is. Is it the, is the annex just like the inner wall of the courtyard? I completely forget. Man, I used to be such a history buff when I was a kid. I wanted to be a historian, and medieval was my favourite time period. So as a kid, I knew pretty much everything about castle architecture and stuff like that, but I've forgotten it all now. Hey there, dude. I wonder why I stopped wanting to be a historian. I still find history interesting. You know, I still enjoy watching Time Team and stuff like that. Oh, hey, Harpies. I don't know. I guess the idea of studying history for ages didn't really appeal to me too much. I guess I'd rather do video. Could do history documentaries and stuff, I suppose. That would be cool. Okay. Ooh. How is that a death fall? How is that a death fall? I can see the bottom. I could literally lick the snow if I wanted to from up there. Oh, well, whatever. That's all there is up there anyway. Yeah, well, that's basically the end of the DLC. You know, I explored the other area. Not too exciting. So overall, as I said, if this DLC cost like £10, £15, I'd be really annoyed. But if it was cheap, then okay. If it was like a £5, I'd be happy with it, I guess. But seeing as I got it for free, I can't really complain because I got it with this special edition, of course. Go ahead and pop that mask back on. Okay, so now I'm going to leave you people, and in the next video, we are going to take on the main DLC, the kind of Artorias DLC, which is much more exciting. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to check out all the cool Patreon people in the description below. If you haven't bought one of my video learning courses yet, go for it, guys. Seriously, it supports me much more than ad revenue at this time of year. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now. Wave bye-bye now. If you want to learn how to make some fantastic videos yourself and support the Final Render YouTube channel, the best way to do so is by purchasing one of the Final Render's learning video courses. There is a 50% coupon link for each course in the description. It is the best way to support Final Render, so grab your copy of the guides right now.